Welcome to Poland and specifically Pogon. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the second part of it because I'm definitely going to get that wrong, and I probably got the first bit wrong as well. We are going to be doing a 10-season Youth Academy Challenge. And what is a Youth Academy Challenge, you might ask? Well, there are some rules. Rule number 1 is I can only sign players up to the age of 21, but I probably shouldn't be signing players. Because rule number 2 is we are going to be predominantly focusing on using players that have come through our youth academy. In particularly, Season 1, we're technically not going to force play any of them because we haven't had any intakes yet. But from Season 2 all the way through to Season 5, we'll be playing at 2 youth players in Season 2, 3 youth players in Season 3, 4 in Season 4, and 5 in Season 5, and then 5 going forward into 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When I said we can only buy players up to the age of 21, there is an exception to the rule, and that is goalkeepers. I'm allowed to buy goalkeepers of any age, partially because getting goalkeepers through your youth academy is somewhat challenging, and our goalkeeper right now is getting on a bit. In fact, he's not even ours, he's on loan. In addition to those rules, what I'm going to be trying to do is improve the club as a whole. So that includes trying to make our stadium better, trying to do our training facilities, youth facilities, junior coaching, and youth recruitment every single season. During the summer, I will be basically requesting this from the board to see if they will actually do it. One thing we definitely do need to do is buy the stadium, because currently we don't actually own it, and it's costing us over £100,000 a year, which isn't a huge amount of money, but it would be nice to own the thing. So that is what we're going to be trying to do in our Youth Academy Challenge with Pogon. We are obviously in the top division, the Ekstraklasa, I think is what it might be called, in Poland. We do have a chance, if we win the league, which I don't think is going to happen for a couple of seasons, of getting into the Champions League qualifying rounds, but I don't think we're going to do that just yet. Season preview-wise right now, bear in mind we've literally not clicked continue at all, is we're expected to finish 4th place, which I would probably take that. We are also going to be playing my favourite formation from Football Manager 24 and from GYR, which is the 4-2-3-1 Black Panther formation. So 4 defenders, 2 defence midfielders, 3 attacking midfielders, and 1 striker. We do need to make sure that we are, hopefully, I say we need to make sure we have no control over this, but we are getting players through our youth system that fit this formation. If we get in a left midfielder, doesn't help us. If we get in 4 strikers, doesn't help us because we only play 1 striker. Before we jump forward though in this video, I'm going to have a quick look at the squad, and it's very, very small. We have, if we sort by ability, we've got some very good players, but some of them are getting on. Kamil Grosicki, one of the main ones, formerly of West Brom and Hull, and a whole bunch of teams all around Europe. He is 35. He's been here for a few years. I might need to get rid of him. We are obviously going to be trying to use youth players throughout this entire series, but right now we don't have the players to do so. However, if we take a look at our B team, I say B team, our second team, we do have a whole bunch of players here, and I'm going to go through in between this bit of the video and the next bit and try and work out who we want to play, because I am going to force play 1 player, and I think they're going to be up to the age of 21, so we're going to have a look at these players to see who's any good. Obviously, being Season 1 as well, I did say we're going to do board requests for facilities and things like that. We're not going to bother this year because we've literally just joined the club, and I don't think they're going to say anything. We've got £37,000 to spend and about £3,000 a week wage budget. I don't think there's going to be a lot of transfer business taking place. On the 3rd of September, we have gone through the initial part of the season. The transfer window has closed, and we have sold Kamil Grosicki. He has gone to Red Bull Salzburg, or RB Salzburg, for £23,500. I was not planning on playing him at all because he's too old, and he was on a high salary, so getting rid of him is actually probably a good bit of business. Some other business as well, we've got rid of some players who I didn't think were going to ever make the mark, Mateusz Bak being one of them, and Boris Freilich being another one. And joining the club, it's nobody. It's literally the same goalkeeper that we had before. I didn't technically do this, he was already at the club. We have loaned out a few players as well, mainly to try and get some first team experience. We have also kicked off the season, and we have locked in actually 2 players into our starting 11. On the left-hand side, we have 21-year-old Polish winger. Most of these players, in fact, I'm pretty sure all of these players are going to be Polish. Marcel Wedrykowski might be his name, probably pronounced completely wrong, but there we are. I'm an English person trying to pronounce Polish names. It is definitely going to go wrong. He is going to be locked in that attack midfield role on the left-hand side. He's already started the season okay with 5 assists and 2 goals. I say okay, that's very good. 5 assists and 7 stars is actually very good, isn't it? But he's also not the only player that we are locking in. We have locked in a 16-year-old. And that is Adrian Presbrek, might be his name. He is 16 years of age. He's naturally on the left-hand side, but we know we've locked in the other guys, so he's going to be retrained to play on that right-hand side, which he is kind of capable of doing. He's played 5 matches so far, 2 off the bench. He's okay. He's obviously clearly not good enough right now, but this is part of the challenge of a youth academy save, is playing players who you know aren't good enough, but they will get good over time because basically they're getting a lot of first-team football. And when it comes to the competitions, we're in 3 of them this season. In fact, we're now down to just 2 because we've been knocked out of the Europa Conference League. We're in the Polish FA Cup, along with our second team, which I find a bit weird, but also kind of interesting. We're not in it yet. We come in the second round. I think this is the first round, so technically we could play ourselves in the second round. Maybe, I'm not sure of the rules on that. In the league, however, we are currently top, 6 wins out of 7, 1 defeat. Who did we lose against? It is Radomiak, who are down in 6th place at the moment, so it's a very good start to the season. Outside of the youth players, we've got 2 players that I want to highlight because I think they're going to be very important for us for the first few seasons, if I'm perfectly honest. We have Armenian attacking midfielder Vahan Bishachayan, could be his name. He used to play in Lithuania, apparently. He's actually very good. For a 24-year-old, he's actually very, very good. He's been here for a season or 2 already, cost just under £775,000, so just under £1 million. That's not Lithuania, that's Slovakia. I saw the green and yellow and assumed it was Lithuania. Yeah, so he's had a strange career already. He's gone to Slovakia, he's now moved over to Poland. He's actually quite good. I think he's going to be useful. He's already scored 8 goals in 9 starts this season. And the other player who I think is going to be very, very good for us is Luka Zahovic, a player who I had on one of the older football managers, maybe FM20, might even been before that when I was managing Maribor. He's good. The Slovenian striker, he's an international forward as well. Never scored apparently for the international side, but I think he's going to be very good for us. He scored 8 goals in 9 starts in all competitions and a couple of assists as well. The only concern I have about Zahovic, and in fact the Armenian guy as well, notice I didn't try and say his name again, I feel like we're going to get some youth players that are going to usurp these straight out of the starting 11 within the first couple of seasons. So Zahovic, I'm hoping, can kind of stay around. The Armenian guy might need to get repurposed to play on the wing. Bear in mind, Season 2, we're only locking in 2 players. So we should still be fine with Zahovic and the Armenian attacker midfielder. We do also have this guy, Linus Valkvist, who's formerly of Norrköping and a bit of Dynamo Dresden by the looks of it. He's good. He's a very good player. I think we need to try and keep him in the squad for as long as possible, and in my recent experience in Football Manager, getting fullbacks through youth intakes is difficult, so Alkvist might still be here come Season 10. So with the window closed, checking the season preview, we're expected to still finish in 4th place. I don't think it's changed too much. I'm okay with that. Right now, I'm not expecting to be winning the league, so 4th place, I'll take it. Getting into Europe again, we need to really try and get into an actual European competition, which would be very good. We are now going to jump forward to the 1st of April. That's right, we're going to skip over January because I'm not going to do any transfer business. We do need to keep aware, though, that some people might have minimum fee releases. Some people might be on the development list, which means they might go out on loan in January. But right now, we are not going to be in control of it. So we're going to jump forward to the 1st of April, where we'll get our first youth intake, and we'll take a look at some of the players who we hopefully will be seeing for the next 10 years. Well, already, it's a very good bit of reading, isn't it? It's an excellent intake. I don't understand why this doesn't fit on the screen, but anyway, it's an excellent intake. Is this considered a golden generation? I'm not quite sure, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 players who I am earmarking as going to be hopefully useful players for us either this season, next season, or in the future. So the player who I have the least hope in, I guess, is Karol Wisniewski, might be his name, 16 years of age, defensive midfielder. I think one of the reasons why I quite like him is he is a defensive midfielder, and they don't come through too often. I think of the 4, he's probably the worst one, but he's still not bad. Next up, we have Grzegorz Baniak, who is at 16 years of age. Obviously, they're going to be 15 or 16, most of these players anyway. You might get a 17-year-old, apparently. But he is a wing-back, which is a problem because we don't play wing-backs. He needs to be retrained as a left-back. He's not very good at the moment, but I think he's going to be very good. When you look at his mental numbers, some of them aren't amazing, but the determination is very useful. He's got aggression of 15, which I think is quite good. Is that good for a left-back? I'm not sure. Teamwork of 14 as well. Also very, very good. Technical crossing and dribbling, 8s and 9s does not look amazing, but bump them up by 2 or 3 points, and all of a sudden you're in the 11s and 12s. They're suddenly starting to look quite good. So I've got high hopes for Baniak. I've also got high hopes for Christoph Mucha, who is a 16-year-old attacking midfielder and left winger. And this is my worry. This was my worry. I was expecting to get in some wingers and attacking midfielders and strikers, and I feel like Mucha might need to be replacing the Armenian attacking midfielder. He also has 5-star potential, 1-star current ability, which obviously let's not read too much into that. He's got lots of 6s up to 14s from his technical abilities. Mentally, he's still pretty good. Lots of 6s, 7s, 8s in there. And physically, it's kind of what lets him down, but still, we've got lots of 8s, 9s, and 10s, so that's also still pretty good. I like Krzysztof Mucha. But by far the best player to come through is Piotr Goralski. I think that's what we're going to call him. A central midfielder at just 15 years of age. He could get into our first team. Now, the question is, where do we play him? Because we don't play central midfielders, we play attacking midfielders, and we play defensive midfielders. And I'm thinking we might need to lean towards the attacking midfield role, which means Goralski might be the one to kick out the Armenian from his starting role, which is kind of annoying because he's good. Although when you compare the attributes, yes, he is obviously better, but he's also 9 years older. 8 on average to 10 on average, 10 to 11. So mentally, they're actually quite similar. Physically, obviously, he's going to be better, but again, he is 9 years older. Goralski might actually be a sensible replacement for Vahan. Obviously, that's not our entire youth intake. We do have some other players down here, but I'm not saying these aren't going to be any good, but I don't think these are going to be the ones that we're going to be focusing on. You will have noticed, by the way, I have put a little star at the start of any player who I think is going to be good. So it's normally the elite and top talents will have it, but occasionally one of the good talents might get a star next to their name as well. Before we jump to the very end of the season, which actually is only in about a month and a half's time, we are currently top of the Ekstraklasa, and we look like we're in a very good position to actually win the league. We are a total of 8 points clear of second place Rakow and third place Legia. We are in the Polish FA Cup semi-final as well against Lech. Legia are playing Stal Stawala, who are in the second division, which I think is the third tier. So that's quite impressive they've managed to get that far. We could win the double. I wasn't expecting to win anything in Season 1, but we could actually win the double. Let's jump forward to the end of the season and see if we actually have. Yes, we've won the double. Only by 6 points in the end, so either we dropped a lot of points towards the end of the season or Rakow picked up quite a lot of points, but we've also won the Polish FA Cup. So does this mean we are in the Champions League? I mean, we're in the qualifying rounds, aren't we? So we're in the second qualifying round. The Champions Path second qualifying round. This confuses me because I always get it confused. But anyway, we're in kind of maybe sort of the Champions League. We've got the second place top goal scorer in Luka Zahovic. That's very good. 26 in all competitions, 21 in the league. Average ratings as well. Vahan is there. 15 goals in the league, 17 in all competitions, 12 assists in all competitions as well. He's had a very good year. Maybe, with our intake that have come in, maybe we retrain Vahan to possibly play on the right, and then it gives us the opportunity to play Goralowski in the middle. So even though we didn't technically have to lock anyone in for Season 1, we did actually lock in 2 players. We've got Marcel, who played on the right-hand side, 34 league appearances, scoring 10 goals and 15 assists in all competitions, 14 assists with an XA of just under 9.5. That's a very good turnaround. He's done well. And on the left-hand side, we have Pryzborek, which I'm still not convinced is his name, at now 17 years of age. Born on New Year's Day, apparently, in 2007. He has got 10 goals in all competitions, 5 assists as well. He's getting better. I don't think he's kind of going to be sticking around. Next season, in Season 2, we will be making sure that we play at least 1 or 2, of those players who have stars next to their name. So we have to do some thinking about who exactly we want to put in. We did manage to get 5 players who scored double figures in all competitions. In fact, in just the league, I believe. We've got Ulvestad is technically the third top scorer. The other 2 were the 2 wingers we've just had a look at. So Ulvestad playing in a defensive midfield role, getting 13 goals in the league is madness. Vahan, we've obviously seen he's got 17 goals and 12 assists in all competitions from that attacking midfield role. And obviously Luka Zahovic being our top goal scorer with 26 goals in all competitions and just the 3 assists. If we have a quick look, we've got to scroll over there to find the average rating. So the best player is Vahan. Then we've got Kutris, who I believe was our left back, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's done very well with 16 assists. He's very good. I don't think we're keeping hold of him for too long. We've got Gamboa as well, who played in that defensive midfield role. He's also very good. We've got some weird players. And by weird, I mean strange nationalities that I would not necessarily expect, like a Greek left-back and a Portuguese central midfielder playing in Poland, but there we are. So with 2 trophies in the bag already in Season 1, Season 2, what's our objectives? Just do it again. We now just have to win the Polish Ekstraklasa 10 times in a row, win the Polish FA Cup, and maybe win something in Europe as well. Next season, we are obviously going to be trying to break in one of our 4 starred players. I'm thinking it might be Gorolowski and it might be Mucha. Those are the 2 that I'm kind of leaning towards. Although Baniak is now 1.5 star, maybe it's Baniak. We do need to retrain him as a left back. You're going to have to wait and see until Season 2, which will be the next episode, to see what 2 players we actually pick.